Hey everyone, hello. So today we're diving into one of the most misunderstood and controversial belief systems in the world, Satanism. Now, when you hear the word Satanism, you might instantly picture secret rituals, inverted crosses, or wild tabloid stories. But the truth is, Satanism is not a single monotheistic religion. It's actually a diverse landscape of philosophies and practices that range from literal worship of Satan as a deity to symbolic rebellion against authority. Now, as a side note, I want to add I'm going to include images of Baphomet, even though it's not really a satanic figure, but it's often depicted as one. The image of Baphomet was actually hijacked by the Church of Satan in 1966, but goes back way further. I did a video on Baphomet a while back, so I'm going to attach it and put it in the description box so that you could check it out if you so choose to. So anyways, in today's video, we're going to break it all down. The difference between theistic and atheistic Satanism, lesser known branches like anti-cosmic Satanism and demonolatry and reactive Satanism. And then finally, we'll explore what all of this really means in terms of spirituality, psychology, and cultural impact. So let's start with the oldest and most straightforward form, theistic Satanism. In this worldview, Satan is not just a metaphor, he's a literal, supernatural being, often seen as a god or a divine force. Followers may view him as a liberator, a bringer of hidden wisdom, or even as a patron of humanity who deifies what they see as a tyrannical god. And unlike Christianity, where Satan is cast as an eternal enemy, theistic Satanists flip the script. They might worship Satan through prayer, rituals, or offerings, much like how other religions worship their deities. Some traditions even see Satan not as purely evil, but as a balance to divine order, a force of chaos that challenges stagnation and inspires growth. It's important to note that theistic Satanism isn't one unified church. Some groups are solitary practitioners, while others form covens or circles. Their beliefs can range from dualistic, where Satan and God are equal cosmic forces locked in battle, to more monotheistic styles, where Satan is alone and is worshipped. On the flip side, we have atheistic Satanism. Sometimes that's called symbolic Satanism. The most famous branch here is the Church of Satan, founded by Anton LaVey in 1966. LaVeyan Satanism doesn't recognize Satan as a literal being. Instead, Satan is treated as a powerful symbol of human nature, representing freedom, indulgence, rebellion, and individual will. For LaVey and his followers, Satan is the archetype of the outsider, the one who dares to challenge authority and embrace self-determination. Their rituals are largely theatrical, designed to empower the practitioner rather than invoke any actual entities. Then there's the Satanic Temple, a modern atheistic group, and that's more activist in nature. They use satanic imagery to push for secularism, religious freedom, and social justice. For them, Satan is an eternal rebel, standing against tyranny, oppression, and blind obedience. So while the theistic Satanists may kneel before Satan as a god, atheistic Satanists stand tall with Satan as a metaphor. But the story doesn't end there. Beyond the mainstream theistic and atheistic divide, there are lesser known forms of Satanism that get even more esoteric. So let's take a look at them. You have, number one, anti-cosmic Satanism. This branch is rooted in the belief system that sees the universe as a corrupt, flawed, or even as a prison. Practitioners of anti-cosmic Satanism are linked to groups like the misanthropic Luciferian Order of the Temple of the Black Light, see Satan or often darker entities as forces of primordial chaos. The goal? To tear down the cosmic order created by God or the demiurge and return existence to the state of raw, formless chaos. It's radical, destructive, and unapologetically nihilistic. For these Satanists, Satan isn't just a rebel. He's the embodiment of the ancient truth that predates creation itself. And then number two is demonolatry. Demonolatry is the worship of demons, but not in the Hollywood sense of evil spirits. Practitioners see demons as divine intelligences, ancient gods rebranded as evil by Christianity. In demonolatry, Satan may be one among many, honored alongside figures like Leviathan or Aseroth. It's a devotional practice. Rituals may involve offerings, invocations, and building personal relationship with these deities. For some, it's less about rebellion and more about spiritual connection with beings that they see as teachers or guardians. And then number three is reactive Satanism. This form is less about deep philosophy and more about reaction. Reactive Satanists often come from strict religious upbringings, sometimes fundamentalist Christian backgrounds, and embrace Satanism as a direct rebellion against those systems. For them, Satan becomes a symbol of freedom from guilt, shame, or oppression that they experienced in their former faith. It's emotional, personal, and sometimes temporary, more of a protest identity than a long-term spiritual path. So, what do we make of all of this? Whether we're talking about the literal worship of Satan, the symbolic embrace of rebellion, or more niche traditions like anti-cosmic Satanism and demonolatry, what's clear is that Satanism is not the cartoon villain religion that it's often portrayed to be. Instead, it's a complex spiritual and philosophical landscape. For some, it's about devotion. For others, it's about empowerment. And for many, it's simply a way of rejecting imposed systems of morality that forge a path of their own. In a way, the many faces of Satanism mirror the very figure of Satan himself, always shifting, always controversial, and always challenging the boundaries of belief. So yeah, there's a little bit on the different types of Satanism. So thank you for joining me on this journey through the shadows. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to like the channel, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend who loves exploring the mysteries of the unseen. All right, everyone, take care. Peace.